Then Eika will pop his ult and zone people away. Will he lock it in? Yes, he will.
Again, Azir, we see him more and more on 6.5 now.
Azir just to go ham and just kill her constantly.
Of course, and just push in tower. That's what Azir does. He just constantly pushes in, and then he keeps hitting your tower over and over. A lousy backup because they're not here to help you. They're actually here to take away everything you own, push you away.
He should, yeah,
The
absolutely.
police does pay tax.
Yeah, that is true to Fisio. They're now going to come in and actually get a gank onto FNATIC. The flash, the E, the first blood over to MrRalleZ. Klaj's getting chunked down. He's trying to put the healing down onto his allies, but he's going to be flashed after. Steve will come in, but now Febiven coming in this 1-on-4 will get the kill, the second kill, in for the double. Eika plants the wall. MrRalleZ should be able to pick up this kill though, and Febiven accepts his fate. 4 kills over 2 Elements.
What an absolutely insane play from Elements. Remember, there's no TP for Steve, so you don't want to fight if you're Elements. You do not want to fight on top side.
No, and Sprattel does not want to get hit by the damage here. He's going to be jumping in onto Spirit, get some CC. Oh, Gamsu, steadfast presence will stop him in place. Keep his verdict, will do a little more stalling. And Sprattel, he's trying to get out of here. Spirit will follow up. Gamsu, the hammer shock doesn't land. The cocoon goes on to Gilius. Now Rekkles has joined the fight. Febiven from the mid lane. Culling will live up to its name and pick up that kill. Febiven looking to land the Emperor's Divide onto Eika. Look at the damage though onto FNATIC. Everyone is on critical HP, flashing up red. Piercing light will come across. That'll be another kill over to Rekkles. That's a 2 for 0 so far in this fight. Eika looking to trade up against Rekkles, but he will be getting the short end of that stick. A 2-0 over to FNATIC, evening up the scoreboard.
On the side of Gilius, and now gank on bot lane.
Gank on bot lane, Steve in this 1-on-2. Keep his verdict, will knock him up real quick. That's going to be a teleport in from the mid lane.
Holy moly.
Steve is turning it around onto Gamsu, who'll pick up the kill. Now Spirit has to run away on 8 legs, but Eika is here to lock him down as well, waiting for those ultimates to come out. Eika has his ready to go. Steve, he's going to be charging after Spirit with the frozen
you don't make Steve angry.
And you don't make Steve angry. You won't like him when he's angry. Spirit will turn around, try and put some damage onto Steve, maybe make this kill happen. He'll go into human form, but Eika will make sure he goes down for the count, and he'll be picking up the kill.
Oh, FNATIC not respecting the TP from Eika. Remember, it wasn't used before on the dive on the bottom side. Now, Klaj
also getting caught out. And he's going to be healing himself, but Delos sitting in the sidelines saying, no heals, no meals. And right now, Klaj is down. Oh, he's free from Gilius, but will knock him away. He gets the lock out, but Febiven flashed preemptively. And a great ultimate in that other team fight around the top side, which actually was almost a quadra had he been able to follow up. Rekkles, he's out of mana. Steve is just going to trudge him to death. Klaj's there with the heals. He's going to flash heal. Starcore will come out as well, and there's some more healing for Rekkles.
Respecting the fact that Ezreal could ulti, MrRalleZ showing he can't snipe. That's why that call before where they lost 2 kills as well happens, because the shot calling kind of falls apart for them. They're not very good at calling the game plan into the mid game. Nice little engagement.
Whoa, Gamsu, he's caught out. There's a 2-shot in from the bottom lane. Gilius, ultimate once again. That's the 3rd ultimate in a row which has blasted people away.
Eika is ready with home guards in base in case anyone comes in, but Elements have very poor vision control. Like, how is FNATIC able to have double pink in their own jungle when Steve just pushed that wave all the way to the tower?
In this game, and Elements looking to pressure down that middle lane. Steve, traffic cone, say stop, and Eika will tell Klaj also to stop, but he's behind his turret already.
Without the ulti, without the flash.
Yep.
And FNATIC can push up on tower.
So, I mean, something we need to keep track on. Actually, this engaged in mid lane. Febiven pumps the ultimate, but he's already down. Now Gamsu to follow up. He goes just down for 1-0. Like, Elements were just punished him as he was walking up to turret.
Setting up a dive.
Gamsu charging up his ultimate. He's going to be knocking away Eika, who did have his ultimate, but they can't protect the tower. Just stop Gilius in his tracks, knocks him towards the wall. Steve following up onto Rekkles.
Oh,
for another snipe. Not this time.
Every Gilius ulti is like trying to snipe it.
He was so close though.
That was really close. Yeah. But they get tower anyway. The point is not even getting kills here for Elements, it's just pushing them off turrets.
Eika just hard chilling in bot lane, taking away these turrets.
But you can see Gamsu is building to try and stand toe-to-toe with Steve. Spirit, let's see what happens.
Well, Febiven's here maybe to defend, but
he dies.
Spirit, he's out of there.
But yeah, Gamsu is building to try and 1v1 with the QSS against the Trundle ulti. So what at red buff he can go to, it's being pinked now by Elements. can just TP straight onto it and they will get the kills. Where's the TP?
Well, Gilius is over the wall. I don't know.
Okay.
There it is. And Eika comes into the fight. A flash over the wall. There's the ultimate instantly cleansed out. Now he goes into Zhonya's. Gamsu looking for the ultimate, knocks 2 away. Maybe FNATIC can make something of this, or maybe not. Gamsu will go down. 2 members are down for FNATIC. Now Elements, they are chunked. They won't be able to go for Baron. So ultimately, they sacrificed Gamsu for the Baron. Now going on to Dragon as well. Going to be the 3rd of the game. Eika's just going to be peacing out.
Which means you don't go to the promotion tournament. Talk about after, Gamsu's TPing in.
Looking for the flank, goes on to MrRalleZ. The team isn't quite there yet, and Gamsu's getting burnt down. He'll keep his verdict, but that will just be delaying the inevitable. True Shot Barrage comes across, but Spirit is caught out. He'll go up, he'll come down, and he'll go down permanently. In fact, that will be Rekkles, as Spirit leaves him out to dry. He'll go into his side of the map, or the enemy side rather, and Elements will turn tail and go right towards Baron.
All right, just get another fight in the mid lane. This was actually started by FNATIC TPing with Gamsu. He's not tanky enough at this point.
Gauges haven't been fantastic, but he hasn't just gotten dominated out of lane. Now, Febiven, he just found Gilius, but Steve's in the bottom lane, just taking your turrets, taking everything you own.
Yeah, I think Gilius stepped in to put a ward down, and then Soraka's silence came down. And he probably got cocooned by Spirit, and then he just died. He couldn't flash out.
But it's the commitment. 5 people went onto him to pick up that kill. Steve takes the bottom lane turret. Now the inhibitor is exposed.
There's not a whole lot FNATIC can do, because how do you engage with this comp? You TP in with Gamsu, and that's basically it. Everything else, not able to do anything.
I mean, Elements are just looking for a crack in the armor right now, and they're going to expose one in the mid lane, as that's how it goes down. Now both the inhibitors are exposed, and FNATIC, it's a tough situation to be in. Steve is pushing the bot lane, Elements and the rest of the team is pushing the mid lane. Febiven's getting slowed down by the traffic cone. There's another one. And Eika looking for a chance to engage here. Steve will be backing away, so both of the inhibitors drop, and here's the engage coming in from Gamsu, and Sprattel will be in the back lines trying to zone him away. Steve will come in, and Sprattel is actually dropping very low. Gilius will jump into the fight. Febiven will pop the ultimate there, and that will be the 2 kills going over to FNATIC. Now Eika, Steve, and MrRalleZ will be running away. Gamsu closing in from the side flank, but I'm not sure if he can catch up.
They are still super far behind, like 10,000 gold, 2 inhibs down. Every time. Now everything is on cooldown, so FNATIC has to get close to check. TP's coming in. This is the fight for Element.
From 2 players, this is going to be a hard collapse, and Klaj's the first one to go down. Caught between a rock and a hard place. Eika will come in. There's the policeman, Trundle. Freeze! It's the police. That's double kill coming in for Ezreal. Now Steve will chase after Spirit as well. He wants to keep him in range, looking for the traffic cone. You want to stay where you are, and Steve will now rotate to the mid lane. And with 3 players down from FNATIC, Elements are looking in for the win.
They should be able to get it. Paul's here pushing for the last turn, and what an upset from Elements. Last week they beat Unicorns of Love, and now FNATIC.
Elements moving on to the Nexus, and this will be the upset against FNATIC, taking it as it comes down to the wire.